Marcellus Shale is a shale bed that's about a mile or more underground, and it covers New York, parts of New York, nearly all of Pennsylvania, most of West Virginia, and a little bit down into Virginia on the western end. And it's a shale that, let me go back one step. A few years ago they discovered something in Texas called the Barnett Shale. And the Barnett Shale, they started drilling it, and they found out that if they could drill where there are natural fractures and cracks and stuff, they got great gas flow out of these things. And these shales are old seabeds which contain gas in the shaly, sandy areas. And so in Barnett Shale, they found out the thing called fracturing, where you can actually go in there and put giant amounts of water and various other things down the well and fracture this well, just like a great big glass ball. With that, you put a little sand in, which holds the cracks open. And so then the gas flows out. So that was this has not been going on very long. 5, 6, 7 years or something like that. They found out, and it continues to learn more all the time. They're doing horizontal drilling now, where they go down and then go out for a mile or two and then fracture this whole thing, you know. But Marcellus Shale is rich in gas, natural gas. And it lays into this whole area, not right here, because the shale layer actually comes to the top of the ground in this area right here and ends. But where the less overburden you have on top, the less gas it will be in it. And it actually surfaces here, so there is none. But back into the county there is. And we're looking at this happening to us. Now, the fracturing is the problem, because the fracturing takes from 4.5 to 5 million gallons of water to fracture one well. And also added to this is chemicals that they do not have to tell us what they are, because they're proprietary. And so the 4.5 to 5 million gallons of water, a certain amount of this is recovered. When it's recovered, it's salt, because this is a seabed. Seabeds make salt. And you have salt water that you've got to get rid of. And there's where the rub lies, is not only taking 4.5 to 5 millions of gallons out of our streams, our waters, our wells, or whatever. What do you do with it when you get rid of it? And West Virginia almost has no regulations. It's just unbelievable. Everyone should be concerned in West Virginia, because this is going to affect water. It's going to affect water as a product of taking water and as a product of waste to get rid of it. And at both ends of this thing have to be addressed. And but it's going to also be a gigantic amount of money if this gets going. And that's your next problem you got to overcome. And also, we have no regulation. We have no one to cover the regulations. That we have. It's either 13 or 14 inspectors in the state of West Virginia to govern oil and gas wells. Each one of these inspectors can work something like 3,000 hours a week is what it would take for each one of them to be able to actually cover the ground they got to cover, see the wells that are out there, the wells that have been drilled, the wells that have been abandoned and not plugged. We don't have anybody to do this. One of the reasons we don't have anybody to do this is we don't have a way to pay for it. It'll be the big oil and gas companies will get the money. There's no doubt about that. There's going to be almost what people would consider a fabulous amount of money around here because of the bonuses they're paying when they sign up the lease and the royalties. But the royalties they're offering is so pitiful, it's just absolutely ridiculous. It's capitalizing on ignorance. Because West Virginia doesn't know anything about this. In the central part and maybe northern part of the state, they've had some oil and gas. We don't have anything down here. There is no knowledge of this down here at all. And but like for instance, last year in Pennsylvania, the royalty that they were paying per acre, this is not royalty, bonus, just to get you to sign up, was anywhere from like $2,000 to $4,500 per acre, each acre, per year, for a 5-year contract. Down here, when I got into this thing, they were paying $2 per acre, per year. And then it went to $5, now it's $50. They're paying a whole $50 bonus money. 1/8 of a percent royalty. Well, some of these small farmers around here, they're faced with somebody handing them a check for $60,000 or $70,000. No, they don't care. Or they don't know. Some don't care, some don't know.